Okay, you guys should all be seeing my command login screen, correct?
Yeah, I could see it.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys, it's 1 o'clock. Give me like 2 more minutes to see who else logs in, and then we're gonna get started. All right, let's get started. It's a few of us today, but we're gonna go ahead and go through designs today. And it is Tuesday, so on Tuesdays, they tend to do a lot of updates, so it might run a bit slower than usual, and we might not be able to do everything, but we're gonna try to do as much as we can. So far today, everything I've been doing, Command has been cooperating, so I'm just gonna assume it's gonna cooperate with us and be positive about it, so we're gonna get going here. First and foremost, make sure you're at agent.kw.com. So you have the screen and log in. And as I'm going through this, like any other class I teach, please ask questions as I'm going through. Yes, it's being recorded. Yes, I'm on YouTube Live right now. But the best part of being at the class is that you guys can actually ask me questions. So ask questions as you go along, and then we'll get through this. I'm not sure the design is going to take us a whole hour and a half. It all depends on how many questions you guys have, so we'll go from there. So here we go. It's in room.
I'm getting a bad reception, Ubaldo.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna mute everybody, and then you guys can unmute yourselves if you guys need to, you know, by hitting the space bar or just unmuting yourself by clicking your picture. Hopefully that would help with the feedback. I was hearing it too. All right, so here we are. So I always start with the red square. I know a lot of you guys have been to a lot of my classes and I talk about it, but if you click on that red square, the KW logo, it opens it up and it actually tells you what each one of these is. So if you're not in here a lot, you don't know which one it is, this is the best, easiest way instead of hovering over them to see which one is what. Now, we're gonna be working on the fourth one from the bottom that's lit up. So these 4 right here, we're gonna work on designs today. And designs, well, you can pretty much do anything you want. I mean, it's like your personal graphics designer. You could create landing pages from here, like templates for landing pages. You create email templates, but just be aware that the email templates you create here are templates that you would use with MailChimp. So until they change that process and they move that over to command email, know that any templates you create for emails here are templates you can use with your MailChimp account through campaigns, just so you guys know. But we will create landing page templates, email templates, obviously your social media posts, which I see a lot of you do. And then there's a lot of print material. There's a lot of print material you can do, like flyers, and I've been working on our training calendar. Has been done the last 2 months in Command. It actually is pretty easy and allows me to make some nice calendars for you guys. And then there's the market video. Now, right now, there's no customizable video other than the market video. And the only customization you could do is add market stats, neighborhood, and things about the neighborhood. So that's about it. So you cannot upload your own video and tweak it and stuff like that as of this point. So you guys are aware. So let's start with social media. If we go down here to the lower right, you'll see this green bluish circle with a big plus sign on it. It looks like a screw's head. Go ahead and click on that. And we're going to work on social for the first part of this class. Then we're going to click on next. All right, so let's see what we got here. To the left of you guys, as this loads up, you're going to see your menu of items you could do. And these are categorized based on the designers and what they thought each one would be. Be aware that other than these mobile app ones, which have been pre-designed for you, all the other ones, you could pretty much go in there and completely start from scratch. So these right here, these pre-made app promotion ones, so like how to promote your app, these are pre-made. You really can't edit anything on these. I mean, it's, other than adding your logo to them, that's about it. You cannot change the pictures around. You cannot change the little boxes that are in there. These were pre-made for easy publishing. So if you're in campaigns, you could actually publish these almost instantaneously. You could just select whatever you want and post it with whatever pages you want. These are pre-made for you to promote your app. Listings. There's a slew of stuff on their listings, stuff that's for sale. So we go under there and understand that every time you click on one of these categories, there's a subcategory. And the reason for that is that these images are designed to best fit those social media platforms. So this type of design fits better in Facebook. They like wider pictures. But if you're doing Instagram, Instagram is more of a square picture, right? So then the designs change. Now, there's no way for us to post directly to Instagram. And the reason for that is that Instagram is supposed to be something you snap instantly, right? You snap it as you're walking. It's supposed to be a selfie thing. Of course, we use it for a lot of different things now, so you can upload your own picture. So you would have to download these to your phone and upload them, unless you have another way of posting to Instagram, which I don't know about right now. I really haven't looked to see if there's other options for Instagram. Then there is Instagram stories. They're a little bit taller to fit the story, the phones. So you see there's a different variety. This works also for Facebook stories. Okay, so if you're doing stories on your Facebook, those, to tell the truth, Facebook stories get more attention than your actual posts, just so you know. For whatever reason, people like to see stories. And you could change these around, you could do whatever you want simply by selecting one of these. So let's say this one right here. It does come with a pre-built-in emoji, the heart emoji. But let's say that, the major heart eyes, right? So you love this, but you want to put a picture of your listing in here, or a listing that you're promoting because you borrowed one. Doesn't really matter. Just go to the left side here to the KWLS and look up any listing you want. And let me see which one let me see if I remember the answers to this one. Oh, maybe if I know how to spell street. There it is, right here. So if I select this one, this is the listing that I wanted to look at. The nice thing about it is that I don't have to upload any pictures. I can search any listing, and the pictures are automatically imported from the MLS. And that's the sweet thing about being connected directly to all MLS systems. We could pull up any listing, basically, in the nation, and you could do this exact same thing. It doesn't have to be yours. But obviously, rules are rules, and every state is the same. Illinois is not different from California, which is not different from Indiana. You cannot advertise a listing and it's not yours without the written consent of the person that owns it or the brokerage that owns it. If it's not a KW brokerage, like your own, like a League, Northwest Indiana or Costa Mesa, talk to your managing broker before promoting other listings that are not KW League's listings. It is a very, very gray line, and you'll get into a lot of trouble if it's not done correctly. All right, back to what we were doing. These are my pictures. I'm gonna select one of these. And since this is a top picture, I happen to have one. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. You see, I want the entire background to be that picture. So if I do that, you see this this menu of like little squares. It almost looks like our huddle screen in the morning. If you click that, that replaces the entire background. So if I do that, it's automatically working on the background. And it will replace it for me. Unless I did something wrong. I thought this picture was the background. It should be the background. Oh, I might still be working. Right. That. Oh, maybe I don't have to do that. It's not the background. Sorry, guys. I was confused. So this is this. I do have, because of the color of the picture, I do have to make some changes. I'm gonna have to maybe change my font color. Instead of black and white, I'm gonna probably do some red. There we go. That looks better. My logo will go down here. Now, the nice thing about this is that once you create one template, all you have to come in and replace the picture. Because once you put your logo in there and your picture in there, if that's what you want, then you don't have to do it again and again and again. All right. So I could just go in here now and I could upload my logo, and let's see if I have it in here, because this is not my account. I'm gonna go into here and library. Oh no, actually I'm gonna go logos down here. I do. That's cool. And I'm gonna do this one. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, I like that one better. So there's my logo. It's in. It's saved. Now some people say, like, I want to add my picture. If you want to add your picture, sometimes you see Alex's picture here. He has a background on it. Sometimes in type of stuff like this, you might want to add something that doesn't have a background. So there's a neat website called remove.bg. So that's remove, like the word remove, and then period, and then BG. And it'll allow you to upload any picture you want. Let me see if I have my profile picture, and I want to, before I do that.
I have a question, Ubaldo.
Yeah.
I clicked on the squares, but did I miss something? Because I'm trying to do it as you're doing it, and it's not changing the background.
Yeah, it's not the background, actually. Just click on the lower part of the picture and then do the little half moons. I thought the picture was the background, but it's actually not the background.
Oh, okay. But then I'm just getting like a little picture inside. Do I just have to blow this up or make it big to like take out? It's not.
Oh no,
do what yours did.
Yeah, so what I did is hold on, let me do a couple of undos here. And then I changed the font color too. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the original picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the picture. You see how it highlights it?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna come to the KWLS. This is the picture I want. And I'm gonna do the half moons.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now I know they had like a little bit of shading in there. Let's see if it'll allow me to do it. No, that's not what I want. Click on that. Filters. And sometimes in here, if I go to advanced, I might be able to create some shading depending on what I'm doing here. I'm not an expert on creating shading, so I'm not gonna like tell you that I'm going to be perfect here. Oh, here we go. So there's a couple of different things you could do here. At your whim, go ahead and do what you would like. So you could do grayscale. So there's a couple of filter stuff you could do. And then you could select which one you like better. Now, I usually tend to stick with my original pictures, so I tend not to change, stuff, but you could do something like this if you wanted to. It just really depends. And then you could always, you make it lighter or darker. I mean, it's really up to you. And the font, you can always change the font colors, like I did it earlier. Once you select the font, I mean, the little text box, I didn't do nothing. All I did was select it. This comes up. I could change the font size, the font itself, and then I could also, make it, more prominent or less. It's up to me, the opacity on it. And the color I could always change. So if I go here and I select KW red, that's not really KW red. Well, sort of. But it matches the eyes, which is all that matters. So my eyes and my word here, major hard eyes, so I could just do that. And then my logo, I don't do the half moons to replace the logo. I don't like the way it replaces it. The logo actually kind of gets messed up. And if you have a team logo, like your own logo plus KW, and you try to replace it together, it actually kind of makes it all wonky. So what I do is that I just delete the logo, and then, come on. Here, here's my logo right here. This is the one that I want. And I just click on it. Just click on the actual logo, and it pops it in here for you. And depending on how you feel about it, you can make it smaller or bigger. I mean, usually, it's not that much bigger than it should be. So like there it is. And then now I could decide if I want to make it smaller or bigger. It's up to you. But once you do that, this one's pretty much ready. It depends on how much more you want to say in your story, right? When I'm doing stories for either Facebook or Instagram, on the actual picture, I don't put too much stuff. This will probably be enough, because I want people to see the picture. I kind of want to just put a little hook like, oh my God, this is awesome. Come look at this house or this church, whatever it is that you're advertising. And then when I'm actually doing my story on my phone, I might put a couple of hashtags underneath or above just to kind of call to action on my post, but I won't put it in the picture itself. So this will be like the most I would do on a picture. Every person's different. You might be like, Ubaldo, you're crazy. I would like to put a whole bunch of hashtags on there, whatever. It's totally up to you. It's your picture. It's your advertising. So to your heart's content, you can do whatever you want. Once you do that, that's it. You don't have to do nothing else, right? It's done. This is a couple of things I'm going to teach you guys. You could do a couple of things to share your image. So there's the download option. And I always recommend you guys download the PNG version. It makes it easier to auto-fit on a lot of platforms, and it doesn't make your picture blurry if you stretch it or downsize it depending on what you're using it for. PNG is always my preferred method of download when downloading an image. There's a share button here. I highly discourage using the share button. It's there, it works. This is why I say I discourage it. The reason is because when people click on that picture, it will actually take them to this web page on WeBrand, which is the platform that we use to design this stuff. And it doesn't do anything. It's just a web page. So basically, it takes them away from your design in your Facebook page or website, whatever platform you're using, into this other website that has nothing to do with what you're doing at this picture. To me, that kind of drives people nuts. And also, Facebook tends to rank those at a lower scale, so people will tend to see those less than if you just upload the picture. So it all depends on what you're doing, right? So if you want to share it like this, go right ahead. I tend not to do it this way. It's just not my thing. But you could absolutely use it. There's nothing wrong with it. And then obviously the PDF version, if I'm gonna download a PDF, I always change this to high resolution print quality, because I don't know which printer I'm gonna use to print whatever it is that I'm printing. And this is very important in all designs. And when I get to printing flyers and, or brochures, you will see why that's important. Or even if you're doing a buyer presentation or a sales presentation, I will show you why that's important. Because remember, if you're just downloading the current design, then it's just a picture you're looking at. It's almost like when you're in a Word doc. You want to print the picture that you have in front of you, or do you want to print all the pages? Same thing. And like any other major print platform or design platform, because of that, I only wanted to download pages 1 through 20 out of 40. You know, so it just really depends on what you're working on. So these are important. So if you guys have not messed around with these are very important. Okay, another little tidbit. Up here in this box is the name of the file. This is the name that Command gives it automatically. It is a flyer, it's a hard eyes for Instagram stories, you see, IGS. I highly recommend that you rename this to something that means something to you. Because if I'm looking through all my designs, I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking for the one that's about Instagram stories, but it's my template. And if you're doing, like I do all that stuff for the Market Center, right? So I have stuff for KW Elite, and then I have stuff for myself. So I might have one that's named Hard Eyes KWE, and I might have one that's called Hard Eyes, you know, DRE for Diaz Group. So it just depends on what you're doing, right? So make sure that you name those so that you understand. Because it helps also when you download it, because whatever you name it here, it downloads to your, that's the name that it downloads with. So when you're looking at it for it in your downloads folder, you know what you're looking for. So just a tidbit, you know, on what you're doing there. Let's see, what else? I'm gonna say, that's what I'm gonna do. It should automatically save. See, it says saving up here, save, boom. Now I could do two things. Now I could go back if I'm still working on social media, or I could click done and it will take me back to command. Those are two things you need to understand. If you click done, you're done in designs. If you click the back button up here where the KW is at, it will take you back to rebrand so that you continue to work on new designs. So let's say I'm done with this one, but I still have another post to do. And it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be this Instagram stories. Then I will click this arrow and it will tell me you wanna save. I'm gonna say yes. Even though it's saved already, I'm still gonna say yes. Better safe than sorry, right?
Ubaldo, I have a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, go ahead.
I know you just saved this, but I missed where you clicked on save. I didn't see it after save the design you just created.
Oh, okay, so it automatically saves as you're creating it. Every time you make a change, I'll do an autosave. But when I click the back arrow, so let me go back. You see up here where it says my designs?
Yeah.
This is where you'll find everything you create. So I'm gonna click there. And I'm gonna go back to that one that I just created.
So it automatically saves it for you. You don't need to click save or anything. You just name it and then you're done.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, once you name it, you'll see on the upper left corner, like on this spot right here, I'll say saving, save. And then from that point, you can move out of there or do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
And I'll show you on the next one that I'm gonna do, I'll show you how it saves it.
Okay. Thank you.
So no problem. And then you have the same thing for just listed, price updates. And then you have open houses. So all your people that are doing open houses, you have some open house ones, and each one of them has an Instagram stories. And I really haven't seen a lot of you guys post on LinkedIn, but there are LinkedIn templates too. And it's a very underutilized platform. You'll be surprised how many people you could actually get on LinkedIn if they know you at a professional level. So as long as you have clean posts, you know, not too many hashtags, and you are showing some value, and LinkedIn could be very valuable. And then there's Twitter, of course. There's Twitter. I tend to use my Facebook one on Twitter. It works just fine. Or I'll even use my Instagram one on Twitter, and it works fine. But if you want to do a specific Twitter because you have a specific Twitter account and you tweet all the time, some people are really good at it. I'm not. I'm horrible at Twitter. I have an account. I don't even know how it works. I mean, I've been in there. I know how to post stuff. I just haven't utilized it, I guess, to the extent that you probably could, believe it or not. So these are your Twitter templates, and you have all these under each one of these. Then you have the local expert. These are the ones where you put like the market numbers, right? These are like the numbers. Now, so Kiki's been posting a lot of different stuff on the little pie chart that gives you the numbers. I mean, she's basically giving you the answer for these posts right here. I mean, you could download one of these every single day and post on your social media and schedule it through command. Then I did send out one the other day. I sent you guys a PDF file. And the reason I put it in a PDF file in the Facebook page is because you could take, once you log in and you're here in my designs, you could take that PDF file and upload it right here. And what command does, command will take that PDF file and make it editable for you to do whatever you want for it. Basically, it's like Adobe Photoshop for free. So I could go in here and let me see if I have one. I have one saved on this computer that I could bring in here. Probably not, I'm sure. Well, here, I'm gonna bring the calendar in. I just did this, it's actually saved here, but I'm gonna bring it in. It's a PDF file. And then command should bring it up. It's working over here where it says Untitled Designs. See the little wheel? It's checking the fonts, it's doing everything you need to do. There is one thing you need to remember to do, and it's that you have to make sure that it's a pixel animated picture. So let's see what's going on here. You see the little red triangle? This is where everybody freaks out. Oh my God, something went wrong. So I click on that, and it's gonna ask me, choose the measurement. Always go with pixel. We're gonna convert it to an image. If we need to download it as a PDF, we could do that later, but make sure you convert it to a pixel so that it make sure that we will create an image if necessary. You create pixel, and then depending on the fonts, if it's not a font that's recognized by command, it will ask you like which font do you want me to replace with. Just pick a font. You go change the fonts later. You can pick any font you want. But this one was created in command, so the fonts are recognized because it's fonts that were made in command, so it's pretty easy. But basically, I took a PDF file that I already created, calendar, you know, with all these pictures on it, and I could actually take it now and change it to my liking and put all the stuff that I want in here and change it around so that it fits my needs, no matter what, you know, the guy that created it originally created it like. So if I don't like how pink it is, I could just take that picture out and put a new background and do whatever I want. It's gonna take a little minute because it's gonna try to take all the pictures that you know, on a calendar, but basically it will take everything up and now I could edit whatever I want. Just if it was a template in designs. So basically you could take any flyer out there, any flyer, and convert it to whatever you want. You see, here we go. Now I could hover all these images and I could say like, I don't want this picture, or maybe I do want this picture. Let's see how well I convert it in a second here. Oh, I took these pictures and created it as one. Right? Yeah, for the entire background, which is fine. Not a big deal. But it's just an example of some of the stuff you could do. So like when I post flyers, like when we were doing a flyer for, I forget what it was. I think it was some event we were doing. I posted the flyer. You could just go in there and now change the stuff. You know, I could go in here and change my logo if I want to. I could go and change the date. I go to the next page. And the calendar is a bad example because there's so much stuff going on it. But it's just I'm just trying to show you the things that you could do in command that you might not be aware of. I mean, we posted a couple of things the other day on, I sent a couple of files on different numbers. So in case you didn't want to use the pie chart that Kiki posted because everybody's using it, you could post different numbers. Those are available to you. Just upload them to command. But here's all our stuff that we have in here. I could change the title if I want. I could change that title if I want. That title, I mean, I could do, basically it's just like a template that was already created on it. And if I make a change to the name up here, so I'm gonna say test, and I'm gonna click away, and Bethany, you'll see up here, click save, so it just automatically saved it for me. I don't have to do anything else. And then I'll click the little arrow and I'll go back out to designs again, or to WeBrand, I should say. And I could create my next project. So designs is very fluid. It's very easy to use. And yeah, it's easier for me to say easy to use, right? Because I use it all the time. But trust me, you could go in here, and if you just play around with it, you'll get the hang of it. It's pretty sweet to use.
Hey, Ubaldo, I have a question for you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so you had mentioned that you're able to schedule a design through command to post on your Facebook. Like you could have it like every Tuesday. I want the stats to post on my Facebook, and I want it to do it every Tuesday from here on out. Is that something you can do on command?
You can. You just get the problem with stats though is that stats change all the time, right? So you have to make sure when you create your design and you schedule it, that the stats are accurate.
Right. Okay.
But for example, let's say these right here that are in front of us right now, these are my app ones, right? I could save one of each of these to my library in designs, and then go to campaigns and schedule one of each for every day of the week, or for every Tuesday, or for every Tuesday and Thursday until I run out of images, and then it'll post for me automatically. Yes.
So you just have to kind of like do it the day of, and then every day, in this case, let's say every Tuesday, I wanted one of these to post up. It would be going one after the other every Tuesday from this week forward. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I touched on campaigns on that last week, but I'll jump into that before we end the class today, so you guys can kind of see, like, once you're done with your project, what you guys could do in the campaign side, which is the free side, so the social post per se.
Definitely. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. So the nice thing about it is that since I was working on my designs, it automatically threw me in the library that shows me everything. So now I can see the print stuff. But now technically I'm doing print stuff. This is my flyers. I could do flyers. These are pre-made for you guys about your app. It has the information about the app. It has you can put all your info on the bottom, and the little picture of the thing. You could download your QR code from MyKW. If you guys don't know how to do that, send me an email. I'll show you how to do that. I think I showed a couple of people how to do it already. If it's easier for you to scan it and put it on here for people to scan it, but these are pre-made flyers for you. I mean, there's nothing for you to do. There's large postcards if you want to send it out to your farm about your app, and then there's standard ones, and then of course there's Instagram posts that we talked about earlier. There's stuff specifically about Shift. These are, you got backgrounds for your Zooms. You go in here and actually customize them. I don't know if you guys seen, but I'm using this one, and it has it has my logo and the KW Elite logo on here, and it has a couple of things that I wrote on here. You could actually go in here and customize these to your fit, and then use them. Use them as your background. Use them as whatever you want. And then there's Instagram posts for Shift Pivot. I don't know if you guys follow me or see me on Facebook. I'm posting a lot of this stuff one at a time. Every day, one post automatically. And these are stuff that's pre-made for you guys to thank your customers, your clients, to show you're thankful. How to tell people what you're grateful for, what type of house you want to be quarantined in, device. I mean, this is all stuff that people need. Stats, here you go, Louis, you were talking about stats. Go in here, download one of these. The numbers are pre-made for you. I mean, like I said, Kiki posts his numbers for you. And if you want to put something a little bit different than what she's using, I think you could use one of these. Just take numbers right from what she's posting, and just fill them in. Very simple, right? So there's a lot of stuff you could do here. And then anytime there's a new design, you'll see them here. So we have a new bifold template here, and this is for the those big flyers or portfolio flyers that your clients might want. You can come in here and create those, and it's a 2-pager, so it's double-sided. So here you go. This is the other page. Then there's the bifolds if you want to do it the letter size, so the other way around. There's the booklet. These are your home buyer guides. And then we do have Facebook, different stuff. These are all new for Facebook. They're through here, but they kind of sort out and pull out the ones that are newer, so you kind of see what's brand new. You guys might not see leadership, so don't worry about this. This is really stuff for us. Business basics, social branding, covers for your Twitters, covers for your profiles on LinkedIn and Facebook. You know, these are all pre-made, pre-sized for you. So you guys come in here and do it. Just change it up, put your logo, put your information in there.
Yeah, can you show, how do you do that? Like if you wanted to do like a Facebook cover.
So like for you, which one of these would you like? Which one of these would you like?
Let's do this one. No, this one.
Didn't sound-
This one, sorry. This
What
guy
does it
right
say
here.
on it?
Let me help you home. It's the
This one right
second
here?
one on the bottom.
This one?
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is click on use it. And then it'll load up like any other template we have. These are super simple to use. And there's a couple of things. So like sometimes you just want to leave the picture that's there. Like I don't try to change it up too much. The whole point of designs is that you're not a graphic designer, you're selling houses. So stop trying to be a designer. But if you like, you don't like this background picture, you could totally change it. Now you could upload your own, or there is a whole bunch of them here, like lifestyle and home activities. And if I click on that, it's gonna give me a whole bunch of slew of just pictures that they already have here for us. Here they are, and I could pick a different one. Maybe instead of this one, I want to do this one. And all I have to do is just kind of move it around a little bit. Maybe see if I could just make it small. So you know, just pick the one that you like. Maybe you want the one with the kids. Maybe you prefer the one with the kids one here. You know, maybe move this box around. I mean, as you can see, you could do whatever you want with these. I mean, I'm not restricted to where these boxes are at or these wordings at, the pictures.
You
And
can
then-
change the wording too.
Yeah, there's right here. It's
Yeah.
a text box. You could change. You could type whatever you want in here.
Okay. And then you save it. How do you save it and like transport it to Facebook? Will it save to your like documents?
So
Or your
all
pictures?
I do is rename it so I can make sure it's my template, right? So I want to remember what I did. I could say Facebook cover, and then I'm gonna say new, whatever you want to name it. I mean, it's totally up to you.
Okay.
The system automatically saves it for you. It's already in your library. You go back in there, and then all I have to do is just download it here. Let's go to downloads.
Mm-hmm.
I always prefer PNG. Download it, and then go to your Facebook page and upload it go into your little profile background and then upload it, and you're done.
Cool. Okay.
That is totally it. There's no, I'm telling you, I know sometimes when people ask me, I'm like, oh, just click here and click there. And they're like, oh, you make it sound so easy. Yeah, I mean,
You're like, it is that easy.
you know, but, and I totally understand, like when you're not using it every single day, you know, it might seem like, oh my God, you're crazy. It's not that easy. I don't know what you're talking about. But once you play around with it for a little bit, you'll actually realize that it is, you know, it can be that easy. You know, some people say like you could do anything you want in designs in 5 minutes. You really can. It just depends on how much you want to change on it. So like if you really want to get really particular about like which picture is there and what is it said there. So instead of saying let me help you home, you want to put something else and you really want to write add copy, well, it's gonna take a lot longer. But to me, it's like, okay, this is made for me. I actually like this one. I'm gonna take this logo out that's here because I don't like that logo. I'm gonna change the color of this to white so it fits better in the background. I mean, I'm literally like it's taking a couple minutes. I'm gonna go to my logos, pick the best one that I think will work for this picture, place in the background. Yep, that one looks good. Look at that, it's even in the perfect size. I don't even have to resize that. I'm done.
Mm.
Ubaldo, is there a way to test or preview these before you put them out on Facebook?
Yeah, download them.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if I download them and I know I'm sharing my screen and I think I selected just a command window. Let me see when I open it, you guys will tell me if you guys can see it or not. But let it download first. Download ready, there it is. All I do is click on it.
It keeps kicking me out, Ubaldo. I'm
It
getting
keeps
a
kicking you
fire.
out of what command?
Mhm. Yeah, server error. I've had to go back in 3 times since we've been on the phone.
Are you in Chrome and incognito?
Yeah, not incognito, but definitely Chrome.
Yeah, try to be in incognito because incognito tends to work better. Today is Tuesday, so they are doing updates, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm actually surprised that I'm working so well right now, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch because anything could happen now, but I've actually been like that. So can you see my picture right here, Ron?
Yeah, I see it.
So basically I downloaded it and I opened it up. So you're looking at the screen where I opened the actual picture, not the command screen, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this is the image. This is what it looks like.
That's what it's going to look like on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
And you can always upload it, and before you hit apply in Facebook, you can move it around, and if you don't like it, then you delete it, you know, you move on.
Okay. That's
But
what I-
this is the way it's gonna look on Facebook. Now remember, on your phone versus your computer versus a small monitor on your iPad, the
Mhm.
backgrounds look a little bit different, you know?
Yeah.
This design is designed to optimize, you know, the best use of Facebook depending on what platform you're using it.
Okay.
Hey, Ubaldo, you said it works better incognito? on
Yes, sir.
Chrome?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The reason for
why
that,
is
the reason for that is because it's an incognito is not caching anything, so you're basically pulling real live data from the server. The only thing is that obviously it might run a tad behind than everybody else because your browser's not saving the previous step. But it's fresh data. So like if you make a change right now, like when I get out of here and I make a change to the dashboard, I will see that change instantaneously because I'm an incognito. It's not caching my dashboard.
Ubaldo, is it possible to create a logo within designs, or would you have to do that outside a command and then pull your logo in?
You know
Would be
what?
the best way?
I guess anything's possible, right? I have not tried to design a logo in Command only because there's really no drawing tools in
Yeah.
designs.
That's what
I mean, if I had an image like that I wanted to be part of my logo and I took the background out and I put it in there and I put some text and I created my stuff, there's a very good possibility that I can create a logo. But you know, most of the time when you create a logo, there's drawing in there, there's
Right.
font visualization and stylization that's not available in Command at that level.
Okay.
But generic, you know, probably, yeah. I mean, sure, it'll probably take me a minute, but I could probably do something in here if I really wanted to.
Mhm.
But my logos I design it in Illustrator, so I use Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah, that's a much better product. That probably is the way to go. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and you know, and that's what that's designed for, right? Illustrator is designed for that. Command is designed to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And
Right.
actually, not Command. This is WeBrand, and this is what they do. This is what it's designed to do. So you guys are okay? I mean, am I going too fast? You guys learning something?
Yes,
Yes.
sir, we are. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's see what we got here. So I actually clicked done. I'm gonna show you it's gonna kick me back out to Command. In a second here. You see, and Chantel, you see, I think I jinxed myself. If I was working so well, now it's going down. But actually, I'm very happy because they've been doing so many updates, and it's a lot of stuff that we needed. So I'm super excited on all the updates that are coming out. Oh man, we're doing so good.
Sorry.
So good. No, it's all right. It's all right.
I jinxed you.
Ah. All right, let's see what we can do by getting back in. All right. It's Command Tuesday. It's up. Oh. All right, let's try this again. Man, we almost got away with it.
Almost.
I should have just stayed in there. Oh, come on. Just got a few more tips. Let me back in. Let me back in. So while this thing's about getting us in, the other thing I was going to show you how to do was, how to create landing page. I mean, that's part of the consumer website, and I know Corey touched base on that when he talked to you guys about the consumer website and the mobile app. But there's some stuff you could do. It takes a little bit of coding sometimes because it's not perfect yet. But what I wanted to point out is that it's not impossible to do it. I mean, does it take a little bit extra work? Yes. If you're not too tech savvy, it might become, like, oh yes, Jiminy Cricket. Okay, Frank. They could work really well. So I created a custom landing page for the team leaders the other day, and it took me a little bit to get exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to create, a click to button, something that if I click on it, took me somewhere instead of within command. I wanted an action done, and that's not quite set up yet within command. So when I was doing that, I wanted to make sure that just wait a second right here. I wanted to make sure that that it worked for me. So I had to do a little bit of coding, HTML stuff in there. And yeah, with my background, I could say that was probably not too hard. For somebody that doesn't have a lot of tech training or expertise, it might take a little bit longer, a little bit more so. But it could be done. So what I'm trying to say is that there's a workaround, and we can make it work for you guys. And I think next week, we're going to start our new series of command, and it's going to be Command Mondays. In Command Mondays, we're going to talk about, modeling the MREA model within command, and how command works with the MREA. So basically, the way command was built was to work alongside that red book. For you guys that have not read the book, I urge you to read it. If you're from KW Elite, when you onboarded, you should have received one. And if I onboarded you myself, I know you got one. So make sure you pull it out and start reading it. We're going to talk about how command fits with the MRA model and how it works to do the MRA model against command, and how it doesn't work. And we're going to move the class to Mondays because of Bold and everything else that's going on. I mean, we got a plethora of training starting next week, and it's going to be insane. I mean, we have so much training planned for you guys. It's crazy. But one of the things that we're going to do is that we're going to talk about how to do that. How do you start from start to finish? How do you start working that model down the road and applying those concepts within command and how that works, right? So one of the first steps is contacts. How does command work with the MRE model? It's contacts, right? And one of those things is that we actually, unlike other CRMs, we actually separate our leads from our contacts. And obviously in the red book, it tells you the definition of a lead versus contact, right? Now, everybody has a definition for that. My definition of a lead is somebody that I have not had communication with, somebody that has not responded to me. I have not had interaction. That's a lead. So a contact is somebody that I actually communicated back and forth, more than, hey, yeah, it's Ubaldo. Who are you? Ubaldo. And then that's it. That's still not a contact for me because he has not engaged with me. Now, somebody that tells me I'm Ubaldo with Keller Williams, they're like, oh, how did I get this? Oh, you signed up on my Facebook. You like my Facebook ad. It's like, oh, okay. Do you want something? No, I'm not ready right now. Now I have communication with that person. That's a contact. That's my definition of a contact. The red book tells you the definition that Gary Keller and them came up with as far as met versus not met, and that's in the book. So read it if you have not read it. We'll start, because when we start going through command next week, our goal is to help you guys run your business through command based on the red book and help you guys be better at your business with less work, if that's even possible. And right now that we have a little bit of downtime, as far as like going out to a ton of showings, because a lot of people don't want to go out, this will be the time for us to be able to really go down and drill down on how this works together. So I'm hoping that I can get a lot of you guys to join. Get your friends to join, your small teams. If you're on a small team, like in the morning huddles, bring all those people with you to the command sessions, which is gonna be Mondays at 1. And then we're gonna start bold on May 5th. And that's gonna be, I believe, Tuesdays and Thursdays classroom, and Friday and Wednesday and Friday is gonna be Coach's Corner. And then we're gonna have Coffee with a Closer with David Rosales. You know, there's a lot of training, guys. So the calendar's gonna be full. And Mark Bisbee is gonna do objection handling for all you guys that get a lot of objections and don't know how to handle them. Make sure you do it. It's Tuesdays at 3. So like today at 3 o'clock, he's gonna do it. Make sure you guys signed up. Make sure you guys go and attend the class. If you don't have appointments, you're not doing anything else, you should be in those classes. Let me try one more time and see if I can actually get in. If I can't, then I'll take Q&A. Whatever question you guys have, doesn't matter if it's command or not. Shoot them. It's about technology. I'll answer them. Even if it's not about technology, I'll answer it for you. So let's see what happens here. It's not gonna let me in. It's not letting me in. All right. So what do you guys got? Give me some Q&A.
So where did you get that hat?
My hat, I got this from Lids.
All right.
I got this from Lids maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. I buy a hat. This is one of my vices. So I don't have a lot of vices, you know, but I buy hats. So if it's White Sox or Green Bay or the Hawks, I buy a hat, about a hat every other month or so. Pretty bad. I should probably hold them down. But I have about 90. I have about 90 baseball caps.
Ubaldo, you had mentioned HTML. Can you also use Python scripts, that kind of thing with command, or is it HTML specific?
HTML specific.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no Python, no Java.
No Java. Okay.
I have a question, Ubaldo.
Yeah, Louis.
So, and I was kind of talking around about it a bit, but so I'm going through the process with a buyer. I went on command and I updated all of the documents that the buyer would need. We're talking the MLS sheet, the executed contract, and et cetera, et cetera. I filled them all in and then I sent it to the MC. They approved everything. Now, is there anything else that I need to do? Like maybe that I need, is there anything else that I need to do in order to make sure that everything is on time and once closing happens, I get paid and stuff like that?
The next thing will be is that you need to create an offer within command. So within the opportunity, there's another tab called offers. You need to create an offer and it's based on the offer that got accepted. And you go through there and you accept the offer and you put it all together. Because without the offer, you won't be able to do commissions. And without commissions, you can't get paid. Now, lucky for you, Thursday's class is about commissions.
Oh, cool. Now what, can you like type the link or maybe
Same link as today.
What's up? Oh, same link
Same
as
link as
today?
today.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
command classes have the same link for the whole month. So the whole month of April is the same link. Next month, command link will be the same one for the whole month.
Okay, but even if I'm the buyer, I still have to create that offer and
Yes.
then go through it that way?
Yeah, because you're the one getting paid, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yep. So no matter which side you're at, even if it's a lease, you have to create an offer that's accepted. Because if there's no offer accepted, then how are you going to get paid, right? So that's the concept.
Okay.
Now there's a little bit more that's going to be tied into that particular tab in the future and why it's there. So there's a lot of stuff in the background being worked on, but for right now, all you need to understand is that without an offer, there is no commissions, because if you don't have an offer, then how are you going to get paid?
Now, okay, so just to kind of finish it off, I go in there and whatever it says on the executed contract as far as both sides signing off, that's what's going into the offer tab. Like we agreed on this price, that this is the amount in earnest money or whatever it may be. The questions that they ask, it's all based on the executed contract, correct?
Correct.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot,
Mhm.
Ubaldo. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and it's very simple. It takes less than 2 minutes. It's
Yeah.
basically like how much is the offer, blah blah blah. Who are the parties? And if you bring in the listing from the KWLS, it imports all that information for you. So
Also, I have an option to actually search that on the when I click
Yeah.
that. Oh, cool. Even better.
just the listing information, not the offer information. But
Right.
listing information as far as like the listing agent and stuff like that.
Of course. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Ubaldo.
Not a problem. What else, guys? What you guys got?
Ubaldo, quick question.
Yep.
Your trainings are very valuable because they give them like detailed steps to follow. Is there any place where you actually post all these links from these command sessions? Do you post them on your YouTube, or do you paste them on our command, or where do you generally post
Yeah, so
these links?
we have a YouTube channel where all our training goes to, and I'm gonna copy that link and post it in the chat thing right here so that you guys have it.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
great. Yeah. Thank you.
And then I'll let you guys grab it from there. That's the YouTube channel. Feel free to go in there, subscribe. If you guys subscribe every time we upload a new video or we go live, like right now, this training is actually live on YouTube. It'll get published later as an actual video there, but it's live now. So anybody that can join on Zoom could actually go watch it and stuff like that. It's always better when you guys do it on Zoom though, because then you could ask the questions like you're doing right now. What else you guys got? I know you guys got questions because you guys send me emails all the time. So let's hear
I
it.
just got one question, man.
Yep.
Something you touched on earlier, you said we can download any flyer as long as it's PDF and upload it to My Designs, and it will give us those fields to edit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's as long as it's not like a scanned image. The scanned
Right.
image is basically just a picture.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but if you have a downloaded flyer that you downloaded from someone else, like from Canva or something, or somebody sent you, you can upload it.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow, you guys are super smart. You guys have no more questions? I thought for sure you guys would be like,
I think I'm
Fill it up.
nervous. I don't. Every
You're
time I see your
nervous?
face, Ubaldo.
oh my gosh, Louis, really? All this time and you're nervous? I'm like the least person you should be worried about. I have
know,
no
man.
power except to teach you.
Oh man.
To teach you and call you on your numbers. What do you got, Ruben?
Like you know, I don't have the questions until I start playing and get stuck. That's when
Mhm.
I contact you.
For sure. And that's the whole point. Like these videos are on that YouTube channel for you guys to like rewind, pause, and do over and over. And I know it's not the same when you're looking at a video because I myself hate learning from a video. So, and believe it or not, I got my second master's all completely online, and it was probably my hardest degree because everything was on videos and chat boxes, and it was so draining to do it that way. So I prefer live training, even if it's over Zoom versus watching it on video.
So, what is that link for Mark's objection handling? That's going to be at 3 o'clock today. Do you have that as well?
Yeah, I sure do. Where is my email? Hold on 1 second. Oh, maybe I closed it. And I will tell you what that link is. It's today at 3 o'clock, and all you guys should be on there. And I'm gonna post it in the chat box right now so you guys could join at 3. And then don't forget, I posted on the Facebook page, and I'll post it right here too, right now. I posted on the Facebook page yesterday. Anita's gonna be doing Thriving in the Market at 4:30. I mean, I know it's like back to back, right, guys? But look, the way I look at it is if you guys don't have appointments and there's nothing else going on, then join the training. I mean, take advantage of it. I mean, it's free, right? Like,
Yeah.
come on. So this is Mark Bisbee's objection handling class, and the guy's good. Don't ask him to hold you accountable if you really don't want to be held accountable, because he will get you.
Bolo, you putting that in the chat, you said?
Yep, right now, there it is. That's Mark Bisbee's objection handling. I know it says 1 to 1:30, but that's PST time, so that's 3 o'clock our time. And then if you're doing Anita's class, Thriving in the Market, 10 Steps to Surviving Today's Market, her class is at 4:30. And again, if you guys don't have nothing going on, do the classes, because I'm telling you, and I'm gonna change the time on this one so you guys actually get the right time, because
Is Mark Bisbee's class every Tuesday from 1 to 1:30?
Yes,
Okay.
at least through the month of May. So I just posted Anita's class, build your database with Anita Cruz, Tuesday 4:30 to 5:30 today. The link's there. And Anita's going to be doing a class about thriving in the market similar to this, so wealth building, every Tuesday at 4:30. So it's going to be on the calendar, but get the links. Look, the best way to do it is add a calendar event on your calendar so that you have an event there, reminder when it pops up. And I know there's a lot, and if some days you can't make it, that's great because you're busy, fantastic. We all have lives. But if you have nothing going on and you're watching TV and binging Netflix like Tiger King, dude, this is much better use of your time than Tiger King or whatever you're binging today.
Carol Baskin, man.
Oh my God.
That be.
Did she kill her husband? You might
That's my
never
question
know.
to you, Ubaldo. I'm just kidding.
What else you guys got? Come on.
Yeah. Ubaldo, if let's say you're marketing for a listing from for another agent, and you create the picture and all that in command and post it to your Facebook, do you actually include the phone number and the email address on the picture itself, or how do you the viewers, potential buyers, what is the best way for them? Do you contact you on Facebook Messenger, or what is the best way to get the leads coming in? I mean, is there any clickable link or something on the picture itself? So what are your thoughts on it?
Good question. When you're doing Facebook, the least amount of words on the picture, the better. They actually don't like a lot of words on their pictures. They actually rank them lower. So the least amount of words, better. What I do is that I always put a link to my website to that particular listing on my post. So I put a little blurb about it, and I said for complete details and picture and pricing, click here, and then they go to my website. And the reason I want them to go to my website is because if they like what they see, they're gonna register, and if they register, they're gonna save properties. And guess what? Now they're mine.
They're mine.
So that's the way that I do it. That's, in my opinion, best practices. I know that there's people that think differently, but in my opinion, I don't put phone numbers and address and nothing like that on the picture. I might put like a just sold or just listed or price reduced banner on it. Depending on what I'm trying to do, the call to action, but that would probably be about it.
Hey, Ubaldo,
Thank
what
you.
about? I'm
You're
sorry,
welcome.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Louis.
Oh, so I have technically, if everything goes well today with the appraisal, my first closing on the buyer side is going to be May 22nd.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's going to go great with that appraiser, right?
Definitely, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see why it could.
It's going to go great. Speak out of positivity.
That's right. Now, would you recommend? Okay, so because it's going to be my first one, should I and maybe this is a more personal question. Should I post the picture hey, first closing ever with this client, and I don't know, maybe do a shaking hands with passing them the keys kind of thing, or to promote myself?
Look, as far as first closing, that's totally up to you. I mean, if you want to promote it's your first closing and you want to show that pride, that's totally up to you. But I would definitely post a picture of you shaking hands. Not shaking hands, is social distancing. No shaking hands.
Right.
But definitely a picture of your clients, with keys in their hand, saying, hey, congratulations, thank you so much to Mr. and Mrs. Buyer for allowing me and trusting me and being a realtor through this transaction. I look forward to helping many, many more families in the near future. Call me, Louis Mejia at blah, 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 or find me on Facebook at blah, 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 stuff like that. So I would definitely create a post regarding that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to categorize that as a first closing. I just want to say, I was honored to go through this journey with my buyers,
Absolutely.
It was a privilege, and that's kind of where I'm at right now, because I think that everything's going so smoothly. And my real estate attorney said it best. You had one of the most smooth. It's the most smooth first transaction that I've ever seen a real estate agent have. So congrats.
Well, tell that attorney to next time keep his mouth shut until you actually close. You don't want him to jinx. You don't want him to jinx you.
He
But
just
no, I
jinxed
mean-
me.
No, but I mean, keep yourself positive. You know, I never like to count my closings or my sales until they actually give me my check in my hand, because
Okay.
I've been at the table sometimes and stuff goes south really fast. So, stay positive. You know, if you're at the appraisal stage, you know, don't worry about it. You know, it's gonna be good. You don't have to be there. If you want to, you can. I personally never go to appraisals. There's really nothing you could do here in Illinois with an appraisal unless you're rebutting it. So, you know, just keep yourself positive.
Okay. And if you don't mind, I want to give you a little call right after the Zoom meeting about what could go bad with that. So if you don't mind, just like
Nope,
5 minutes.
It's perfectly fine.
Cool.
What else you guys got? Bring it.
Hey, lead captures on ads. Could you show me one example to show the leads that you captured on any ad, even simplest ad, whatever?
As far as lead captures is what, like the ad copy?
No. When you sent out an ad on Facebook, and then leads should come back. Where do you see those leads?
In command.
Okay, under you pull up the ad, and then the leads will fall under that ad.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure that you're using the Facebook lead generation form
Yes, I am.
when you create it.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, the
Yeah,
leads will
what-
automatically come into command, and you should be getting a notification on your Kelly app. So
Yeah, and you know what too, Ubaldo, it's when you went through it, it had how to which algorithm to choose. When I did an ad, it didn't tell me which algorithm to choose. It didn't have those two buttons of which one to choose on it. Do you know why?
I would have to see the ad that you did to understand what you're telling me. I would have to see that.
Okay.
As
Okay,
far as the algorithm, so there might be a checkbox you didn't check.
Oh, someplace before that, because those
Mhm.
two boxes did not come up. The one that says either KW algorithm or Facebook algorithm.
Oh, okay, yeah. It could also
The-
mean that, you know, I do a lot of stuff in the background, so maybe I'm privy of that, but as far as I know, everybody should have that. It might just depend on the type of ad that you were running. So we could look at that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take a look at it first, and then I'll shoot you any questions that I have on Messenger or something. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. What else you guys
Okay.
got? Anything else? Going once? Going twice? All right, peeps. Thank you so much for joining me today. Sorry, command kind of crashed, on us because they're doing updates right now, but it's okay. We love the updates. So I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thursday's commissions. So if you're having trouble with commissions, or you need to get paid, or want to know how to get paid, make sure you log on Thursday at 1. Got it?
Cool, man.
Oh, thanks
Ubaldo.
so much, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Ubaldo.
You're
Always.
very welcome. Thank you,
Thank-
guys. Thank you so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a
You
good
as
day.
well.
Thanks.
I'm gonna shoot you a call right now, Ubaldo.
Sounds good.